Cool beans. So first thing I want to talk about is types of wall breaks, and we can discuss, whether or not they count, and kind of go through those.
Should we define fourth wall breaks?
We probably should.
What's a fourth wall break?
Fourth wall break is when, if you think about the set of a sitcom of any kind, you have basically the back wall, left and right wall, where people can walk in and off stage, and then you have the imaginary fourth wall, which would separate the folks in the audience from the folks in the sitcom. And any time that, say, somebody looks into the camera, you're basically breaking the fourth wall. You're going past that imaginary wall that separates you from your audience, and there are a number of movies, books, even games that we'll be talking about that do that. Some very well, some
not so well.
Some not so well, as we will find out. So examples of fourth wall breaks might actually be like a voiceover narration. You're talking directly to the audience, not necessarily looking past, but what do you think? Does that count?
It depends on the circumstance. To break the fourth wall, you really have to acknowledge that you are a piece of fiction. A narration, like somebody telling a story, like the never-ending story.
Everyone knew that whoever let the sadness overtake him would sink into the swamp.
Your narrator's voice, it's not breaking the fourth wall there because the narrator is like telling a story to somebody else. But if they start acknowledging you as the audience member, then it definitely does.
That's true. So what about when they say, tune in next time, same bat time, same bat channel? Is that...
I don't think so, because that's... Well, that actually comes a lot closer to breaking the fourth wall, because you're acknowledging your TV show at that point. But then again, is next time on Star Trek breaking the fourth wall, if that is.
True. Very true.
Actually, the Captain's Log came pretty close to breaking the fourth wall, because... Captain's Log, Stardate...
Log!
9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're stranded on a planet. And I have no communication device, yet I'm talking into a captain's log right now. And I'm saying things that I couldn't possibly know at the time into this captain's log. So this kind of breaks the fourth.
Yes.
Wall.
Oh my god. By the way, shop at Priceline.com.
Actually, there is a deliberate fourth wall break in the original series. They usually end the episode on the bridge. This will talk about Star Trek eventually.
Oh, of course.
Get the shit out of the way now.
You're wearing the right shirt for it.
But no, in the original Star Trek, there's an episode... Well, most episodes end on the bridge. There's a little banter back and forth, a little lighthearted moment until the credits roll. And usually it's Kirk and Spock debating whatever. And one episode, they're in sickbay instead of on the bridge. And Dr. McCoy shushes them. And it's like, no, you shush. No, you shush. And then he looks directly at the camera and goes, huh.
Well, what do you know? I finally got the last word.
So am I a doctor or a fourth wall breaker?
Damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not a screenwriter.
Bones, this man has a bloody nose. Do something. Damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not a... Oh, I'll get right on it. So how about character narration, where you have the characters actually talking to the audience? Would that be considered a fourth wall break?
Like Kevin Spacey in House of Cards would definitely be the epitome of a fourth wall break. He acknowledges that you're sitting at home watching Netflix.
Okay, good point. Are we allowed to talk about Kevin Spacey anymore?
I don't think so. I sort of spaced out on that.
Yeah. Well, okay, so here's the ultimate talking to the camera. How about stopping the story, Zach Morris style?
I don't remember the show very well.
Oh, well, here's the situation. It's from a show called Saved by the Bell from back in the 90s.
I haven't seen it since the 90s.
And Zach Morris could freeze time, so everybody would just... And he would, I forget if he said time out or how he said it, but he would just freeze everybody and then, of course, proceed to talk in the middle of the story.
Time out! Yeah, this is horrible.
Basically narrate what's going on. and then unfreeze everybody, and the story would continue. So similar to House of Cards, he's explaining as he goes to the audience, but dissimilarly, of course, that he's actually stopping the action in right in the middle of it. So definitely a fourth wall break there, I would say.
I watched a movie last night that I did not like at all, but it kind of had a fourth wall break in it. It's I Care a Lot, where there's this horrible evil woman who tricks people into going into nursing homes to steal all their money, and she like talks about, I'm a lion, you're your prey or your predator, and I'm the predator. And she's talking about how horrible she is while she's being horrible.
Okay.
And the only shining moment of that movie is I'll watch anything that has dude from Game of Thrones, Lannister.
Peter Dinklage?
Thank you. He's
Peter
phenomenal
Dinklage,
at everything
Peter
he's ever in, and he
Dinklage,
played
Peter
like a
Dinklage,
Russian
Peter
mafia guy.
Peter Dinklage,
Peter
Dinklage,
Yeah.
Peter Dinklage. Sorry, the whole theme is about him. So yeah, I would say that counts. How about characters looking at or talking directly into the camera? Do you think that counts as a fourth wall break?
I don't know. Do you? Or you're talking Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
This is pretty creepy, actually. Yes, if the Peter Dinklage thing didn't already make people turn their computers off. But yeah, Ferris Bueller Days Off would be perfect. That's actually kind of spears into the another one, which is admitting you're in a movie. If you have at the end when they're rolling the credits, oh, you're still here. That would be one of the types as well, and that's where Ferris Bueller kind of fits into a couple of different categories. But yeah, stopping to talk to your audience as you go, that would be definitely another type of fourth wall break, I would say.
Deadpool. We can't talk about fourth wall breaks without talking about Deadpool. I think we'd get fired from the internet if we didn't bring a Deadpool.
He actually mentions a fourth wall break in the middle of a fourth wall break and counts it
That's
up
like
to
the most meta thing of all time.
He counts it as a 16th wall break, which is probably true.
Fourth wall break inside a fourth wall break. That's like 16 walls.
So yeah,
Well, he even parodied Ferris Bueller. He like comes out in the same bathrobe, just like in the Ferris Bueller's Day Off movie.
Oh God, yes, yeah. Which will be interesting now that he's being included into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Are they going to be able to continue with that medium of the fourth wall break? With, I mean, what happens with Deadpool when he's teamed up with the rest of the Avengers? Does he still get to talk to the camera?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Does he? Is he going to refer to Thanos as Cable this time when he sees him? Like how's that going to work?
Well, that's something they have to be very careful about because they don't want to pull you out of the movie. That's when a fourth wall break can fail, is if they go too far and do it in a more serious movie.
Right.
It's so much more easy to do in a comedic movie.
Right.
Like one of the best fourth wall breaks of all time is in the movie Airplane. Like the one serious moment of the whole movie, there's like a dramatic scene where the romance is shattered and he looks right at the camera. Well, isn't that a pisser?
And I can't live with the man I don't respect.
What a pisser.
I think it's the
great.
only one in the movie too, isn't it?
I know. I'd have to rewatch it. It's been a while, but yeah. Naked Gun. No, not Naked Gun. Top Secret. Another movie that they did. There's a great fourth wall break in there. All kinds of comedic movies do good fourth wall breaks. It's so much harder in a serious movie.
It is. It is.
But it's been done.
So what's the one in Top Secret?
I'll play it right now.
And who turned out 15 years later to be the leader of the French underground.
I know it. It all sounds like some bad movie.
Cool. So, how about a couple? Can you think of one or two not so good fourth wall breaks?
James Bond. I don't think it needed to be in a James Bond movie.
Yeah, well, that's a perfect example of if it's too serious. Yeah. Well, it's never happened to the other guy.
Never happened to the other fellow.
Dad, I was the other guy. Oh wait, totally.
You're doing a Sean Connery impression when it wasn't the Sean Connery Bond that did it. Like all James Bonds should talk like Connery.
They all should. Yes, I think everybody should talk like Sean Connery always. Losers always whine about their best. I can't really complete that sentence. Not on this internet. One of my favorites though for fourth wall breaks. Oh, and we haven't got into cameos yet, so let's just mention. Does cameos count?
Again, it depends on the cameo. Like Stan Lee did a cameo in the Teen Titans cartoon, where he's like, "But
I
this
just
is
love
DC.
cameos.
This is DC. It doesn't matter. I love cameos." So he's acknowledging that it's a DC property,
Right.
you know,
Right. So
which brings you right up. That's acknowledging that it's fiction, so that makes it a fourth wall break. But
Gotcha. So that's really part of the definition, is acknowledging that it's fiction.
yes,
Okay. So here's the question.
or acknowledging that you're watching a TV show or movie.
Okay. Or a book, or reading a book, or even playing a game, which I'll get
Yes.
to. So here's the big question about Stan Lee. So he plays Hugh Hefner in Iron Man. He plays Larry King in one of the other Iron Man movies. He actually plays different characters, but in one specific movie, in Captain Marvel, he's actually himself. So is that a fourth wall break?
I guess so, because that acknowledges that it's a movie, because the creator of the fictional character is talking to the fictional character in the fictional universe, but he's a real person who really created the character, and I just went cross-eyed.
Austin Powers. There's another fourth wall break. So if Stan Lee is a character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, then so my daughter and I met Stan Lee. Are we part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Yes, I'm waiting, and I am too, because I'm sitting next to you. So that means that we're both in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and Disney, you can mail our paychecks to...
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
Favorites as far as fourth wall breaks is gotta be Spaceballs.
Oh my god.
When is this happening?
No!
But not only are they acknowledging that they're in a work of fiction, but they're actually acknowledging that they're going to go to VHS, which, for those of you born after 1995, VHS was a video cassette magnetic media that came after Beta, which I won't even try to explain. And you had to have a VCR to play it in, and eventually your tapes got chewed up, and you couldn't watch your movie, which is why DVDs. Oh god, do I need to explain DVDs? Anyway, this is a fourth wall break. We've now broken into a documentary about DVDs, VHS tapes.
Welcome to Old
etc.
People Technology.
Back in my day, my telephone was attached to the wall, and it's the way it was, and we liked it. But anyway, so they admit that they're going to come out in a home media, and of course they also wrap in merchandising and the whole bit.
Spaceballs the flamethrower! Acknowledging that it's a movie. It's so much easier in comedy, and Mel Brooks did it fantastically in Blazing Saddles, too.
Yes.
Even after the fourth wall breaks over, if you paid close attention, Gene Wilder's holding a bucket of popcorn from when they're in the theater. You almost miss it if you're not paying close enough attention.
Does it say
Brilliant.
Spaceballs the popcorn? Should.
Spaceballs hadn't come out yet, but that'd be good.
So yeah, that's definitely one of my favorites. So you read a lot more than I do and listen to a lot more audiobooks than I do. You mentioned there was books that have fourth wall breaks, which is interesting.
Books don't have walls,
because
for
books
one,
don't really have walls.
other than your imagination.
In a world without walls or fences, we wouldn't need windows or gates.
It's just another brick in the wall we don't need now. Actually, you do need education. That's a double negative.
Yes, good point.
But yeah, books. One of my favorite writers is Michael Connelly. He's responsible for the book series Bosch, which is an Amazon Prime show now.
Wait a minute. Bosch is he's hanging out with like Dengar, IG-88, Boba Fett. No, that's Bosk. Never mind.
Titus Wheeler.
Way off.
Yeah, he was in Star Trek as well.
Oh, he was?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, Michael Connelly wrote a book called The Lincoln Lawyer, and The Lincoln Lawyer was adapted into a movie starring Matthew McConaughey. Subsequent Lincoln Lawyer novels mention that there's a Lincoln Lawyer movie. And they mistake the Michael Heller character in the books for Matthew McConaughey. And he's kind of annoyed that there's a movie about him in the books, when there's really a movie about him. So that's kind of a metaphysical, mind-blowing thing.
So he wasn't all right with it?
All right.
So, dovetailing back into the whole captain thing, was he recording his thoughts in a Lincoln log? Maybe.
Speaking of logs, I have a behemoth tome here. Ugh! Ugh! This thing is heavy.
That's what she said.
Book number 7 of the Dark Tower series, the 7th and final book in this 8-book series, breaks the shit out of the fourth wall. Now, I am not going to read you the ending. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I want to... oh, God, I can't hold this freaking thing.
That's also what she said.
I'm going to sue Stephen King for my carpal tunnel. But no, I mean, it says I, and the I in this chapter refers to Stephen King, the author.
Okay.
I've told my tale all the way to the end, and I am satisfied. Skipping down a while, it says, I hope most of you know better than to read on.
Okay.
He says, and so, my dear constant reader, and he calls his readers constant readers because it takes a long time to go through this fucking
Because you're on
thing.
page 818 of that particular novel.
I will tell you this, you can stop here. You can let your last memory of these characters be as it is. I'm not going to read the characters' names. I don't want to spoil anything. Then it says, it's a pretty picture, isn't it? I think so. And then down a little bit further, he says that you really shouldn't read on because you might get heartbroken by what happens next.
Aww.
And he even refers to, but that on here, this is what you paid for.
Gotcha.
He refers to you purchasing the book in the book.
That's
breaking the fourth wall.
That
in
is
the book.
definitely breaking the fourth wall.
And Stephen King is actually a character in the book. His characters go to his house to say, why are you writing stuff about us?
That works. Wow.
This is the most f***ed up thing that's ever been written. I love it, but holy shit, this is f***ed up.
That is, like, probably weighs about the same as 3 bricks in the wall, I would say. Well, speaking of people going to places in fourth wall breaks, there was actually a role-playing game. It's still around now. It's in, like, the 5th or so edition, I think, called Shadowrun. And similar to a Dungeons and Dragons, except it takes place in the not-too-distant future.
In the not-too-distant future.
So I think it's actually the timeline actually starts in the 90s, which is kind of funny because
in the future.
Because I have a box of robot parts at home. Anyway,
for your
non sequitur, yes. So yes, we live in the future. But anyway, magic has returned to the Earth, and so it's like a cyberpunky kind of thing, but with magic and all kinds of stuff. Anyway, so it was originally created by a game called FASA, and the FASA headquarters were in Chicago, and they would create different modules, and you'd run through these modules and fight different villains and work for these mega corporations, and they'd pay you and all that kind of stuff. Well, what players were doing is they instead of breaking into the place they were supposed to break into, they would go to Chicago to the FASA Corporation and break in and try to look through their records to see how the module ended.
Nice.
So the company actually had to rewrite what was happening in Chicago, and it basically got a nuke dropped on it, and then got infested with giant living like bug spirit insect things. So if you tried to go there, you would probably die, just to stop player characters from breaking the fourth wall. So, anyway,
neat.
Yeah. Did I say it was an interesting story? I don't think I did. I just said it was a story. So yeah, so there's that. Then of course you have, as far as fourth wall breaks, you have the Modern Family and the Office, which is kind of the mockumentary style.
A lot of talking to the camera.
Yeah, which is, I think that's becoming more and more popular. I'm seeing that in a lot of stuff. It's kind of that reality TV show kind of feel to it. Is that kind of where we're going with fourth wall breaks as far as comedy goes, or is that?
Well, you're talking about the reality show talking to the camera thing, and that's sort of what one of the reasons we did the fourth wall break episode here is because of the WandaVision fourth wall break episode.
Right.
Which, in my opinion, actually didn't break the fourth wall in that show.
Oh.
Because in the show, they're being sort of held captive in that town as a TV show. Right. So in that universe, the TV show, this is so meta, it hurts my brain, but they're talking to the camera, but they're not talking to us at home. They're talking to the fictional television watching people.
Except here's the part that'll really blow your mind. Here's the part that'll really bake your noodle, as the from the Matrix would say. So you have Dr. Darcy. What's Dr. Darcy's last name? Dr. Darcy. She's down to one name now. Dr. Darcy Lewis. She says when Vision wakes her up, "Well, I always wanted to be a guest on this show," or something like that, or "I was always jealous." She talks about being a guest on the show.
Mm-hmm. So
she refers to the TV show as being a fictional thing. So does that count?
I don't know. Because I don't remember that part.
Yeah, she talks about it secretly wanting to be a guest on the show or something like that. But once she was there, she kind of regrets being there because, well, it's probably pretty scary.
Yeah, it's probably not fun to be there.
Yeah. Not to mention, there's a very slight, in the previous show, which they recap, of course, there's a slight nod to the Christmas Story because she starts to say a different F word, but it ends up as she's being swept over by the wall. She says, "Oh, fudge," which, and I can't think of the actor's name. Probably put it right there.
Actually, I'm going to put it here.
Okay. The line must be drawn here.
This far, no farther.
But he was actually in the Iron Man movie and then in the Spider-Man Far From Home movie. He plays one of the technicians. He's the one that Obadiah Stane yells at that says, "Tony Stark built this in a cave somewhere in Afghanistan." And he says, "I'm not Tony Stark." That's actually the kid that plays Ralphie in Christmas Story. Is the guy that isn't Tony Stark.
Interesting.
Yeah. So they make a couple references in that one.
By the way, unpopular opinion time, I can't stand A Christmas Story. It's the most overrated movie of all time, and we just lost half of our subscribers, but the movie just annoys the piss out of me. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. You can have an unpopular opinions episode later.
So, figuratively speaking, you just shot your eye out, kid.
Yeah!
Also, you shot your eye out, is what she said. So yeah, we've got games now. Let's talk about some of the not so good ones. Expendables 2 is the one that comes to my mind. As far as it's got good and it's got bad fourth wall breaks. One of probably the absolute best is Chuck Norris shows up and he plays, I forget the character's name, but he's the lone wolf, and he actually tells a Chuck Norris joke. Sylvester Stallone says, "Hey, I heard a rumor that you was bit by..." That's not a very good Sylvester Stallone, is it?
That you were bitten by a king cobra?
Yeah, I was. But after 5 days of agonizing pain, the cobra died.
Which I thought was awesome because it's acknowledging that, hey, he's Chuck Norris, but at the same time it doesn't really go too far. But then later on in the movie, Arnold Schwarzenegger shows up.
"I'll be back. You've been back enough. I'll be back." Yippee-ki-yay.
So it actually kind of reminds me of when C-3PO and R2-D2 are going through their hijinks in the middle of what would have been an awesome Jedi battle in Attack of the Clones. And it's, "Oh, I'm beside myself. Oh, I'm losing my head." So in the middle of the Jedi battle, like, "Oh, I think I'm beside myself. I'm losing my head. I don't know, whatever." He starts making these really bad dad jokes, which if anybody in Star Wars is going to make dad jokes, it should be Darth Vader, which he does in Rogue One. But anyway, we're getting pretty far afield. Does that count? Does telling a dad joke as a dad in a movie count as a fourth wall break?
I think the fourth wall was broken in The Mandalorian when they referred to TPS reports, because that is so ingrained into nerd pop culture. Everybody instantly knew that was an Office Space reference, and Office Space doesn't exist in the Star Wars universe.
That's true.
Presumably.
That's
so yeah, that kind of a forehead slapping or whatever moment that. It didn't really acknowledge that it was a piece of fiction at that point, but they're acknowledging a piece of fiction that wouldn't exist in that universe. So, kind of the fourth wall bend, maybe?
Yeah, a little bit. Speaking of Office Space and Star Wars, and last time we talked about Gina Carano, and I wanted to share something. So, one of the reasons I love this character, and this is going to tie back to Office Space, is, she's got that tier. She's from Alderaan. She's got a Rebel Alliance tier, which if I was going to be a gangsta, I would have a Rebel Alliance tier.
That's the least gangster thing ever, but okay.
Pretty much, yeah. And because I work in compliance with corrective action plans or CAPS, and I'm a dad, my gangsta.
You're talking about your real job?
Yeah, but
boring.
Yeah, pretty much. But my gangsta name would be Papa Cap. Anyway, so. So she's like, oh, I hate Imperials, and the Mandalorian's like, oh, I hate droids. So when I kind of put two and two together, I'm picturing, remember BB-9E? He was like the evil version of BB-8.
Yes.
And he was, snitches get stitches. He ratted those guys out, and I put it all together in my mind, and I'm thinking, back up in your wares like the resurrection. I'm picturing this beatdown scene from The Office with the Mandalorian and Cara Dune just beating on BB-9 because he's Imperial and a droid.
In place of the fax machine.
In place of the fax machine, yeah. So if anybody out there can make that video, please do and send it to me. Because that would be awesome. But anyway, I digress. So, what were we talking about?
Who the hell knows?
All right.
Probably Star Trek.
Yeah. So
they broke the fourth wall in Star Trek 6. Or it's another fourth wall bend. It didn't really break, but they sort of acknowledged movie tropes to the point where it almost breaks the fourth wall. There's a sequence where Captain Kirk is imprisoned on Rurapenthe, which is a Klingon prison moon, or asteroid.
There's 3 people in the world that know that.
Yes, and we're 2 of them. And the third one's watching right now, and you should really get a life. And I just broke the fourth wall.
Get on with it!
Get on with it! Too. There's so many nerd references in this show.
I know.
But anyway, Klingon dude has his disruptor pointed at Captain Kirk. And Captain Kirk asks him what the hell's going on, basically.
Since you're all going to die anyway, why not tell you? His name is...
Hell of all the son of a... Couldn't you have waited 2 seconds?
Bring order and unity to the galaxy. Be a part of something. Join the Empire.
So, get on with it! So, that's another perfect example of a fourth wall break, too. You have Monty Python, and they actually talk about Scene 24, and the animated monster where the animator dies, and the cartoon peril was no more. You can't get any more meta or more fourth wall breaky than that. I mean,
and the Flying Circus show, and now for something completely different movie that sort of clips of the Flying Circus show. If a sketch end, the next sketch begins, and then something from the previous sketch overflows into it.
Right.
And
yeah. Did you know that the term spam email actually comes from Monty Python? That spam skit?
Yes, I learned that at the Spam Museum, which is a real thing. I've been there.
I have nothing. I have nothing. So you've been to the Spam Museum?
Spam.
I didn't want any spam.
Ain't got much spam in it. God, we're nerds. It hurts.
Does it though? Oh, okay.
Warms my.
Here's an interesting. So you have Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. So we're gonna tie all this stuff together at the end. So when Jay and Silent Bob go to Miramax Studios in not in the reboot, but in the Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, at one point during the filming of Blunt Man and Chronic, a guy by the character's name is Cockknocker. Can we say that? Cockknocker?
Yeah.
Okay. How many times do you have to bleep out Cockknocker? Every time I say Cockknocker?
I don't know if that's an official swear word.
Cockknocker? Okay.
Cockknocker?
I'll stop saying Cockknocker. But anyway, so Cockknocker.
It's sort of like Steven Seagal's cockpuncher.
Steven Seagal is cockpuncher.
There's I don't think it's from an actual. It's on a sketch comedy show. There's Steven Seagal plays cockpuncher, and there's a fourth wall break in that too. I think where Steven Seagal looks at the camera, and is like, "I don't think you have the balls."
Cockpuncher.
I don't think you have the balls.
Jeez. All right.
Between our two brains, we know way too much things that nobody has any right to know.
Yeah.
Or should never know.
Yeah. And I can't unlearn Cockpuncher now. But anyway, but we're not.
You have learned.
But we're not here to talk about Cockpuncher. We're here to talk
Thank
about Cockknocker. So Cockknocker bursts through the wall, and the thing says, "Hey kids, it's Mark Hamill." Mm-hmm. So that means that Mark Hamill is a real person in the View Askew universe. The View Askew universe exists within the Marvel Cinematic Universe because the Marvel Cinematic Universe included Kevin Smith's script, but they also mention Empire Strikes Back in Captain America: Civil War, which has Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker. So now you've got an infinite loop of fourth wall breaks.
That's Infinity Walls.
Yes, and that's why they had an Infinity
Stone.
Oh. Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm pretty much out of examples. Oh, Fight Club is another good one.
He points to the little boop thing.
Yeah, a little cigarette burn, which since the age of digital film. Did you notice cigarette burns in movies after that, or did you notice them before that?
I was actually just thinking, I don't know how the hell I'm going to do the special effect of the boop thing in post production.
Nah, whatever.
I was fucking.
I'll just pretend it's there. But it was kind of an interesting thing because I never noticed them before, and again now with the digital age, there's no more running from projector to projector, which it kind of sucks. You don't really have that going on in the background. Like that's the old timey like popping on a record.
Which reminds me of another fourth wall break. Gremlins 2 in the theater.
Oh,
when they faked that the movie melts.
Yeah.
I saw Gremlins 2 in the theater and I fell for it. I remember thinking, "Oh shit, the movie broke." And then the Gremlins popped up like, "Oh, okay, I get the joke now."
Yeah.
And what's brilliant about that is the VHS release, which is that ancient piece of technology people used to watch movies on at home, had a separate fourth wall break that was just for the VHS copy.
Oh.
Where the VCR ate your tape at that point. So, and then they have Hulk Hogan saying, "Time to watch Gremlins 2."
Don't forget to eat your vitamins. I'd run the rest of Gremlins too.
And don't film me. Never mind. I can't finish
Whatever lawsuit that was.
He successfully sued somebody for filming him doing something naughty.
Something I will never watch.
Watch Hulk Hogan doing something naughty?
The Hulk Hogan sex tape is something I will never watch.
Oh, yeah.
My goal in life is to die before seeing the Hulk Hogan sex tape.
Okay. Too late.
Although I have seen Hulk Hogan do the wrecking ball from Miley Cyrus's video. I can't unsee that. And now neither can you.
But yeah, that's about all I have. Oh, I did want to mention my first fourth wall break as a youngster. Talking to you, fourth wall break. As a youngster, I remember it was very weird watching the Flintstones. And so, like, Barney Rubble would click his remote control, and the little bird would fly out and fly towards the TV to change the channel or whatever. But then the bird would look at the camera, so it'd be flying along and be like, "Hey, this isn't really a very good job, but, it pays the bill." And then he would fly off and do his thing. I don't know, I'm making this up as I go. But I remember as a child, like, not liking that. Like why is he talking to the camera? That's so weird.
Hmm.
So yeah, my very first impression is, and I couldn't even tell you how old I
thought your
I
first
was.
impression was Christopher Walken.
Well, not. Yeah, sometimes impressions are like cobras. The fast.
This is where we end the episode.
There we go.